Hey guys, welcome to the show. My name is Spencer, and I will be your al dente host for today's episode of Expat Soup. Once again, we're coming to you live here from Jimmy V's in Yangzhou, China. And I'm sitting here with the homie Lee.
Yo.
And today's Expat Soup guest is Mr. Dario Ladetti.
Ciao. Hello.
Dario hails from Italy,
Yeah.
and the city name is? Or town?
Milan. Actually, I was born in Bergamo, but grew up in a city nearby Milan called Vanzago. Yes, 5,000 people. Nobody knows it. Not even in Italy.
Really?
Yeah, it's too small.
And that's in Milan's in the north?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're looking at the boot, or the boot, right?
Yeah.
It's in the top of the boot.
I'm in the top, yes, in the middle, on the top of the boot.
Okay.
Everybody knows Milan.
Yeah, Milan. Yeah.
Milan is fashion?
Yes, business, fashion, and that's it.
That's
Awesome.
Yeah.
Coffee?
Coffee is from south,
Coffee's-
Naples.
Coffee's just kind of everywhere, right?
Yeah, of course, it's everywhere. But the best coffee is supposed to be drunk in Naples, in the southern of Italy.
Okay. Because I learned most of my Italian at Starbucks.
Same.
Starbucks.
Cappuccino.
Venti.
No, we don't have venti. We have cappuccino. Latte. We don't have latte. Starbucks.
Latte's not a thing?
Starbucks
That's an
use
Italian word, yeah?
Starbucks pretend to use Italian name, but only espresso and cappuccino. Latte, macchiato. I mean, we have macchiato, but it's not what they say.
What is a macchiato in
Macchiato is an espresso with a drop or a little bit of milk.
Oh,
Usually, or maybe
just
the
a normal coffee.
A mini latte.
No, it's a coffee macchiato. It's a mini latte. I don't know exactly how a latte is made
I
at
think a
Starbucks.
latte is
so.
just milk and
Well,
coffee.
like the difference between cappuccino and latte is they're both basically the same, but the milk is hotter in a cappuccino, so it's mostly just like foam, whereas the latte
Okay.
is mostly milk.
Okay, I get it. Cappuccino is coffee, espresso, and milk foam.
Yeah.
And
And
I've-
in latte, in Italian, we say coffee and latte, coffee and milk.
Yeah.
So it's hot milk with.
Also,
with
latte
coffee.
just means milk.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Okay.
And I've heard cappuccino. This might not be true, but I've heard it's because it's the same color as a capuchin monkey.
I guess so.
Maybe.
It's pro-
Capuchin monkey?
Capuchin?
Is that how you say it?
Capuchin
Capuchin?
monkey. Yes, they are.
It's like a brown, black type of-
The cloth, you mean?
Right,
The,
yeah.
the dress. Yes, I guess so.
Fur. But yeah, they don't really wear dresses.
Vessaio in Italian we say vessaio.
You can wear dresses if you want.
It's more of a fun fact.
We are not naked at least.
Fur,
Fur.
for sure.
Okay.
So what
I will
kind
write
of
it down.
what kind of Italian are you? What kind of Italians are there? I know that it's kind of a traditional culture, right? Church going, family oriented.
Catholic and
I start taking something off.
getting hot.
It's already too hard. This question is already too hard for me. You know.
it's so guilty already.
What should I say?
That's the Catholic guilt.
Italy was a very Catholic country. Now a young generation don't care too much.
Where do you fit in that?
I'm really not Catholic. I mean, I
So
actually
you're in the young generation.
no, I'm not. But I'm a
This is on video.
precursor. I'm one of the first. You know, the one who changed Italian mentality.
Okay.
No, I'm not that much, but half of my family is extremely Catholic. The other one don't care, don't believe in anything. My father is an atheist, and I'm following my father's steps. You know.
Yeah. What other like traditional things do Italian people stick to?
Still family, of course.
Family is like the biggest thing, right?
Yes,
All the Italian
yes.
Americans I know are.
Family.
It's like the number 1 and 2 is family.
Yeah, especially in the southern Italy, I would say, but it's also in the north, but less. We are a little bit more European than southern.
So that's
But
why
family is still very important. So
why you moved
Christmas
to China.
is very real. To me, it's impossible not to be with my family at Christmas times and so on.
So you got the family. That's you. Catholic, not so much.
No.
And then what kind of Italians are there that you seem to have been noticing recently? Like you said, the younger ones, they kind of don't care about Catholicism, or
Yes, not.
is there any other different types of Italian?
You've
like
mentioned
punk or something?
North and South. Is there a clear divide between Northern Italians and Southern Italians?
I'd say yes.
And like where is the North-South divide? Where does that begin?
Actually, we are the really free. I would say free population. People from north, so northern the Po River, so Milan, Turin, the northeast is, as I said before, the most European people. I mean, we are closer to Europe, of course, and the most industrialized area, so the richest area. So maybe we have less tradition than Southerner. Then there is middle of Italy, Tuscany, Emilia. They are more. They are really in the middle way, So industrial area, but still also a lot of countryside. So still old tradition. And then the south is the south. We are honestly different. I mean, we are Italian, so the same history and so on, but mentality is a bit different.
Where does Rome sit in that?
Rome is Rome.
So Rome is outside
Rome
of
is
that
Rome,
too.
yes.
Okay.
It's the capital, the Roman Empire, and it still has this. I mean, Rome is Rome. I don't know even how to explain, but it's the city of the politics, so people don't work. There is a stereotype, of course.
Yeah.
When I went to
It's the city of good food and, chill out, don't be in a hurry. Where Milan is the city that produce, the north is the part that produce.
chill out, don't be in a hurry in Europe? No way.
In Rome?
In
Crazy.
Italy?
In Italy, I mean, the Dolce Vita come from Rome, not from Milan.
What's Dolce Vita?
Dolce Vita is, I thought you are too young,
Thought it was
guys.
like
It was a movie, it was a
ice cream.
Fellini movie, but I knew there's some English say Dolce Vita to describe relaxed and slow life.
Okay. See, when I went to Italy, I just kind of bypassed Rome. I was there for like 5 seconds and went straight to Calabria,
Okay.
which is the south, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Deep south.
what I experienced was just a total relaxed culture where people have 5-hour lunches.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, there's 7-course meals. And
Drinking an espresso like 10 p.m. at night.
Yes, all espresso all the time.
Yeah.
And fast. The only thing where we
'Cause
do,
it's
we
so
do
small,
fast is
it
drinking
doesn't-
espresso.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't even sit to drink an espresso. We go to a bar.
It's just a
We stand and we drink it.
a
Yes.
shot.
It's a shot. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, when I went to Italy, it was only tourist-based places. I was in Rome for a few days. We went to Rimini,
Okay.
which is also a big tourist.
Yes.
area.
On the
So,
coast.
I mean, I don't imagine that is what most of Italy is like.
But it can be, yes.
Yeah.
a part of a big in this industrialized area where maybe Milan is the city of rush or being in a hurry. In Milan we have lunch in half an hour.
Okay, so it's more business.
And then a nap for like 3 hours.
No. we get off work like 1 p.m. That to me is already too late. 1:30 we go back to work. We must produce, business,
It's pretty late for
money.
lunch. Yeah, that's.
I really don't like it.
So if you move to Italy, move to the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, move to Sardinia, the best part of Italy. We have a big island on the south west.
Okay.
To me, it's beautiful, very easy not easy, but slow life.
Yeah, we just had Tony, French Tony, on, and he was from Corsica,
Okay.
and it's so nearby to Italy and Sardinia, right? Or Sicily.
No, Corsica is on the north of Sardinia. Yes.
Okay,
the
so-
two islands on the west
He was
of the
he was
peninsula.
explaining that it used to be Italian, or like the history is part French, part Italian. So his culture is quite mixed.
Actually, their dialect or language, I don't even know how to call it. If they say dialect
It's
or
a dialect,
language,
I think.
yeah, is much closer to Italian than French.
Yeah,
Even
his
Italian
name
and
is-
French are very close, but
His name is Tony Campagna.
Yeah.
Campana or
Campana.
Campana, yes,
yeah.
it
I don't
sounds
know if
very
there's a-
Italian. Yeah.
But you said that you talked about ancient Rome or something just now a little bit. It kind of sparked a thing. How do you fathom such a long history as an Italian? Like, do you remember your history and like pieces or big events, or how do you? Because even as an American, 300 years, less than 300 years is like I still forget things.
I actually hate Italian history because we had to study too much at school.
Well, there's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's too much.
Is it?
I remember big events. I don't remember. I never been a good.
Focus on the big events. And
No, you mean in general? It's not just me.
Just in your head, yeah. Just
in my head, I would say just the big events.
Because you're a pure Italian, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Doesn't that make you think about you're coming from a society and a bloodline that's been there for thousands of years? So it's like, I don't know. It's just weird to me as an American. But to you, it's just it's like whatever. Who cares?
We are in China. Chinese are so proud about their 5,000 year of history. Italy has more than 2,000 years. We are not that proud. I mean, we don't mind that much.
So, like for Italians, the culture and the history it's there, but you don't talk about it so often.
Yes, not that much. Probably people in Rome, because they are so proud about being Romans, and the city still show that Rome was the capital of a big empire.
That's where the Colosseum and all the big relics are, right?
Yeah.
I think a similar thing happens in France with Paris. I think Paris
I
is
guess
a
so.
very similar kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, some other city like Florence, because it's beautiful, so people.
Wouldn't Milan be a part of that though? Wouldn't Milan have?
Milan, I think people from Milan is more proud about the recent history. Like we are the part of the Italian that produce the most. We make.
So it's a modern history more than.
Yes, even if it's Milan has history, but compared to other Italian cities, not that much, and at least you don't see that much. Like talking about being a historical city, Milan has the cathedral that is very old. Castles, but it's not as ancient as Rome or Florence or Venice, so on.
So we talked about Sardinia and Sicily being close to Corsica, and Corsica's French now.
Actually, you say Sicily.
I said
close
to Sardinia. Sardinia is close to Corsica. I couldn't remember.
Put that in his mouth.
Couldn't remember. There's only 2 Italian islands, yeah.
Big ones. Yes,
So
Sardinia and Sicily.
In proximity, they're close to each other. What's the biggest difference between French and Italian culture? Because in the layman's mind, they're kind of a similar culture, right? Or no?
I shouldn't say that, but I think it's very similar.
You can say that.
No, because there is big. I always joke. There is big competition between French and Italian, even if
who can have the longer lunchtime.
We win.
That's the competition.
No, actually, it's about soccer, of course. Wine, we produce the best wine, and they think to be the best, but they just think they are not.
We need to have a Tony and Dario battle.
Head-to-head
Yes.
wine tasting.
Yeah, but talking about wine, we win, definitely.
You get the.
What about food, though? Food.
Barolo.
Italian food is great. But
Yeah.
French has some great food.
I'd say Italian's more popular in the
No,
world.
okay, if I have to be serious also about wine, I don't know if Italian wine are better than French, are the same level, very high quality, because
It's the same
both of us
region.
have...
Similar region.
Yeah,
So the
yes.
grapes are getting the same air and
similar weather, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes. Talking about food, I think there is no competition. Our food is much better than French food, but I might be wrong. I don't.
French people
Now I'm
thought
serious. I don't think so.
Snails are good, right?
Frog's legs.
We eat frogs as well in Italy, but it's not something that Italian food frogs. No, or
No,
snails,
no.
We eat snails as well, but it's
I
not
think-
something
I
that
think-
we are so proud about.
I
that,
think
tomatoes.
Hide that part.
Yeah, we prefer.
Has there ever been a
tomatoes,
tomato shortage?
in Italy?
Yeah.
Before Colombo discovered
Before they-
America,
yeah,
that's it.
They come from South and Latin America. So.
Okay.
Yes.
What was a pizza is as old as that journey? Like, or do you
No,
think
pizza
pizzas-
was invented for a French queen because she was Margaret, I think.
Queen Margaret, okay.
Was her French or English? Or
She's French, I'm pretty sure.
French, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And Pizza Margherita
Ah,
is named after her because she went to Naples and this chef wanted to make something special for the queen, and he invented the pizza.
I got some dough,
in Napoli.
Got some dough, got some tomatoes, got some cheese.
Yes, the simple one, the easiest pizza is
Margherita.
the margherita. Is in Napoli, Naples. To call it a Naples pizza, so Napoletan pizza.
Right.
Only two kinds. The margherita, so okay, the dog of course, tomato, mozzarella cheese, olive oil, and basil.
And kind of chunky mozzarella, not like shredded cheese.
No. They break it by hand, not even with knife. And buffalo mozzarella, the fat one.
Yeah.
And pizza is so. When I went there, I noticed when you go to any kind of lunch restaurant or what have you, there's like 8 different kinds of pizza, but it's all in like different shapes. Like, when does the pizza experimentation stop? It's like the.
As an American, I don't think you.
No. I don't agree. We have the pizza. The original pizza is
calzone and
okay.
folding it. It's like the AC/DC of food items.
Yeah, we have the pizza
all the same.
is the round one. The pizza, the original pizza, as I say, the pizza from Napoli is 2 kinds. So just the round one with the tomato and mozzarella, and the other one is marinara. It is almost the same, but without mozzarella, anchovies. So tomato and anchovies. Then somebody invented the calzone, but it's just a folded pizza.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
then
he had a small oven.
Then you can find we call it pizza al trancio. Maybe the small one is a square one, but it's not for lunch. It's more than a snack. Where when you are at school and you want breakfast like 10 a.m. you eat this small square
So
pizza.
it's just a pizza but smaller.
Yeah.
And on the food topic, are there enough kinds of noodles?
I think there are 1,000 kinds of noodles. Yeah, every city has its own shape.
Right.
Probably, yes.
Is it important? Are the shapes important?
Yes, because it depends on the sauce.
Mouthfeel or what's going on?
With some of them, I can understand. Spaghetti is obviously very different from a lot of them being long, but like some of them are the same size, just different shapes.
Yeah, maybe some. I would say short, long, and 4 main kind of pasta, so noodles.
Yeah.
And then the big family has different. I have to say smaller difference between every group. So the long pasta, spaghetti, tagliatelle, and then the short one, macaroni or fusilli.
Yeah.
But it depends on the sauce you are using it. So if you use
so it's like a sommelier will blend a food with a wine, but so as an example, it's pasta with a sauce.
Yes, for example, spaghetti alla bolognese, very famous. If you go to Bologna, where they invented spaghetti, the bolognese sauce, the ragu,
tomato sauce.
Tomato and meat.
Meat, yeah.
So it's mainly meat and more meat than tomato in the bolognese. They don't use spaghetti. Spaghetti are not the right one. They use tagliatelle, that is long, but it's flat and little bit.
Like flat noodles. Yeah.
Yes, flat noodles, much better because I don't know how to say, but they keep more sauce on their
So
stuff,
the spaghetti bolognese is not actually traditional. It's just a popular.
Yes, you can eat it, of course, but it's not the best pasta combined to bolognese.
Macaroni
And bolognese is okay. Macaroni and cheese, yes. Macaroni have a hole inside, so it's good to keep something
Italian
inside.
confirmed.
Cool. Kraft. Shout out to Kraft.
We don't eat the meatball spaghetti. I'm sorry.
Spaghetti meatballs
American.
No, it's not a thing.
No.
Yeah.
Do you have meatballs? You just don't put them with spaghetti, or
We don't have. We have meatballs, but we never put them on spaghetti. I mean, only the pasta Fabianist.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you been to America?
Yeah, a couple of times.
What did you try the Italian restaurants there?
Once I tried Italian.
Please tell me you didn't go to Olive Garden.
No, I went.
Did you go to the fancy place or like a fast food?
I went to. I was with my boss. He's a big lover of Hard Rock Cafe. Hard Rock Cafe.
Okay.
So we went to New York. We had dinner at Hard Rock Cafe, And
Stop
then
by Planet Hollywood after.
yeah, probably yes, and things like that. And then a few days after, we met a Italo-American guy, and he took us to Italian restaurant. Something that I wouldn't never do if I was alone. So I don't know.
Different.
Yeah.
In Italy, I in the tourist area we could find this, but I don't know if it's a common thing. Can you buy pizza by the slices, or is it just a pizza?
No, yes, you can.
Yeah?
You can.
Because I know this is an American. We can't do that in the UK.
And when I went
London, maybe.
Thick.
When I went to
slice
Italy,
and
I
the
went
thick
to
one usually. But also,
it's a meal by itself, just one slice.
No,
being thick.
No, actually, there are some fast food that make the sliced pizza,
Okay.
the thin one and sliced one, but it's a kind of fast food.
And when I went to Italy, I was in a small town, and there was just like
You were in Vibo, right?
Vibo, Valencia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's little kind of lunch shops or dinner, whatever. But yeah, it was like it looked like a Subway, like the Subway sandwich shop.
Yeah,
but it's
okay.
all pizza.
Oh, so
Okay, yes.
different.
So it's like, I'll take that piece and that piece.
A square one, I guess.
Square, triangle.
Or
They had a
triangle,
bunch. They had a
okay.
bunch.
We call it pizza al trancio, so a cut of pizza. And,
yeah.
It's not an actual restaurant. It's not an actual pizzeria.
It's fast food. Yeah.
As
Yeah.
far as like Italians' impact on the world, it's so big. Like British history and culture has a huge impact as well. Obviously, the English language, all that jazz. Italians got to come in at number 2 or 3 or 1, right? Art, fashion,
food.
History. I mean,
History.
if you're not
History.
dividing Rome from Italy, then
Yes.
I mean, it's insane the amount that a small piece of the world has had such a big impact.
Yes, I agree. It's unbelievable.
What do you think's what's the best thing Italy gave the world besides pizza
and yourself.
and Pizza Hut?
I will say myself, but right. I think it's easy to
Concrete?
say the cultures of Renaissance art.
Yeah, Renaissance.
Renaissance is
We gave a
the
little.
choice, and on behalf of the world, thank you for the Renaissance.
Yes, thank them, because I guess Italy.
This guy wouldn't survive.
Oh, we got to thank Britain. We got to thank kind of Western Europe for the Dark Ages too. If there's no Dark Ages, there's no Renaissance.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
so.
you're welcome.
So thanks to both of you.
So we thank American for nowadays Dark Age.
Thank you.
Thank you from the next generation.
Right.
Thank you for iPhone, I guess.
Right. People were
Ma-
just like, "Hey, we should stop being stupid. Let's make something." Or...
Sorry, we must be politically correct.
No, it's okay.
No, not on this podcast.
I know.
Don't worry, nobody's watching.
I know. I'm not worried about that, but maybe my mother, but she doesn't speak. She doesn't speak English.
Who's
Yeah, we
your-
can just talk fast.
So from the Renaissance, is there a particular person or thing that you think was a standout moment?
Talking about Italian history, not only Renaissance, but in general, I think.
Favorite Italian? Is that the question?
Basically.
Your favorite Italian?
My favorite Italian is that he didn't do too much, maybe for the
Yeah, it doesn't
history
matter
out
about
of
history,
Italy, but
whatever, just your favorite.
is Saint Francis, San Francesco. But I say before I'm not Catholic, but my favorite Italian is a Catholic. So it sounds like it doesn't make sense, maybe, but it does, because he was a rich guy. He was son of a very rich family in Assisi, a small town in the middle of Italy, in a beautiful area actually. And one day he went for the Crusades, so fighting a war against Muslim. And he got this vision. He got sick actually, and he saw God talking to him, and that changed his life. He went back to his town, and he was in a church, like every Sunday or following the priest talking about religion. He got naked. He just took his clothes off and decided to
I see why you
live like no, it's nothing related to sex or perversions. He became a good Catholic and the best, like a Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Jesus Christ in the 13th century.
Well, he was a saint, so it makes sense that
He was a saint, yes. And he's the patron of Italy, so the most famous saint. And I like him because, in my opinion, he was a real Christian. He gave everything away to
Give
poor
to the
people,
poor.
and he give his life to poor.
Okay.
And he start living following natural law. He was able to talk to animals. I mean, everybody can talk to animal, but it seems that animal could understand him because he was full of love.
So he was a real saint.
Yeah,
Very
a real saint. Yes.
Very spiritual, very in touch with the world, nature.
You said 13th century.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Vatican, of course, didn't like him because he was too pure, you know.
who didn't like him?
The Vatican, the Catholic Church, didn't
how
like
old
him.
is the Vatican?
Well, it's supposed to
small.
be like 2,000 years old. No, I don't know when they built it. I really don't know. But
it's like kind of enclosed in a wall. Or?
Well, it's technically a separate country by itself.
Right, it's a
yes,
city
technically,
state.
but Venice is a city-state. Is just a big square and big church
Yeah.
with all of the building around in the middle of Rome.
And it's the
Is
obviously,
that
the Pope is both the leader of the church and the leader of the country, the Vatican City.
Yes, but we don't even consider it
Yeah,
as
exactly.
a country.
Who had
but
the-
it's just the richest country in the world.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
I hope it wasn't a saint that had the bright idea to make all the priests celibate. Whose idea was that?
I don't know, but I think it's just a wrong idea. And in my opinion, I was talking with friends a few days ago about this. One of the problem with the pedophilism and sex,
Pedophilia, yeah.
pedophilia and so on is because they don't have sex, and it bring people to perversion or sicknesses.
It's true. And like the fact that that they're so protected in the situation,
Yeah.
they can do it and nothing bad will happen
Yes,
to them.
yes. And they are kids, so they don't talk, and they are kids with the disease, like social disease, so
Yeah.
they are not even listen to others. They don't have maybe parents, so it's an easy target, and it's so sad actually because
Yeah, because it makes all the good Catholics look really bad.
yes, and it is very sad because family trust those people. I mean, I'm giving you my kids
Right, yeah.
because I trust you. Of course, you are not going to do anything bad to my kid. You are a church. You are the church. You follow the God words. Jesus Christ will never do anything like that.
So, like, following on that, who's your least favorite Italian in history?
The recent history, Silvio Berlusconi.
Berlusconi, I knew it was coming.
No,
He's
talking
like
about
your
my
Trump,
favorite,
right?
talking about my favorite story, I was going to say also Leonardo da Vinci, of course,
Da Vinci,
because he did a lot of humanity, for science.
Yeah, just a total virtuoso, if you will. It's an
He
Italian
was a genius. He was amazing.
Prodigy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst, Mussolini.
Yeah,
Of
I would.
course.
Would you
Il
really
Duce?
put Mussolini below?
No,
Mussolini? Like-
Mussolini is the worst, and then Berlusconi. Probably we also had the worst politician than Berlusconi. Maybe I'm not that sure. But of course,
Berlusconi is more of a self-made kind of bad guy, or no? Whereas Mussolini just got caught up in the fascism hype.
Fascism hype.
I don't know. It's
Next
too
question.
Yeah.
Berlusconi, though, I mean, in many things he does and has done, I see lots of similarities with Trump. I don't know.
Yes, Berlusconi did
Outspoken.
everything for.
An outspoken
Just
businessman.
speaks a lot,
Yes.
speaks his mind, but people, what's the word?
Just try.
Resonate with that.
Yes, because people like charismatic leader, and
Yeah.
they are Berlusconi and
If
Trump
you make it a
are.
black and white situation, then you get a lot of people on your side, and you make other people look terrible. And
Yes, Berlusconi never put it in. I never talk about being against someone or Berlusconi. Yes, Berlusconi as the communist. Berlusconi enemy was the communist.
Yeah.
Now Italian politics has found the black people, like immigrant from Africa. They are the enemy right now. Before north and south of Italy.
Immigrants are kind of always the enemy.
Yeah.
it's an easy
in
target.
any country.
Yeah, it's an easy target all the
yes.
time.
Also,
yeah.
Trump is doing it. So.
Yeah.
It's an easy target. Yeah, I mean,
It's just you just change the country that the
they're
immigrants
taking,
come from,
they're
right?
taking from you.
Yes.
That's it.
Berlusconi used the communism, but the problem of Berlusconi, but he did everything for himself. He didn't care about Italy. I mean, he need laws to make money, to save himself from the jail, and he did it.
Speaking of that, politics and doing everything for yourself, Machiavelli. What are your thoughts? I'm actually really interested in him. Obviously, he's kind of almost.
His name is a pseudonym now for doing something in an evil way. In English, we would describe someone as this.
Right, Machiavellian.
Means like in an evil,
But
sinister way.
Machiavellian means in a too complicated way to think.
I see
in
it
my
as
opinion. In Italian, if you say the word Machiavellian.
I see it kind of as pragmatic. You know, he's just being real. If you want to succeed, you have to fuck people over. I mean, that's reality.
Kind of a psychopath thing to say.
but is it not true?
This is the American reality, you know.
But is it not true?
Well,
I don't know.
If you want to succeed, some people are gonna be angry.
I use Sam Francis as an example of a best Italian. I can't say that.
I'm not saying he's great or bad. I'm saying that it's true. It's real.
I mean, there's a difference between purposely fucking people over and succeeding and other people not succeeding. Like, you might succeed and they fail, but then if you make them fail, so you succeed. That's different.
Yeah.
Right, but that's life.
Yeah. Well,
yes, but
one of them.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying it's real. It's true.
But they're not the same. One of them is bad, and one of them is just you working.
Right.
It's like in a sport,
bad, but it makes you succeed.
like in a sport competition, you know, I win and
I'm
you
not saying
lose,
it's
but
good.
we play a fair match. I'm just the best, and I win, and you don't.
But if you
But
broke
if I
my
cheat,
leg, if you broke my leg,
yes.
so I lose, then
Right.
that's
So
it.
you're bad if you break his leg, but you won.
But at what cost, Spencer?
Right.
At what cost?
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying that it's.
I mean,
it's
talking about
point
the
of view.
soccer in Italy, we would break.
Yeah, well,
we
you're
would break
Italian.
leg to win, and we will cheat. And
on that
who cares?
in that same chapter, I would say that if you want to shift gears a little bit, I'd say Italians are very passionate.
Speak with your hands a lot.
What Italians must have the easiest sign language ever. There's like "fuck you" or "what the fuck"
And fuck you.
No. This is what the fuck? What do you want? What the fuck?
This is kind of more than one meaning, depending on the situation, context.
No,
Similar meanings.
Similar. The point is what the fuck.
Okay.
So
And you have to explode the hand.
it depends. Yes. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
And sometimes the more kind of lackadaisically you do it, the more impact it has. Like you could be like, "Ugh," or you could just.
Yes, like
The passion. The two hands is obviously way different. Than
two
just
hands
one.
can be surprised, you know. What the fuck? Or if I don't give a fuck. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But then the face is playing.
Also, yes. Some Ronnie said Italian use hand language because we can't stand each other's breath. In my opinion, is because
Coffee breath.
Like garlic in the
we have a lot of dialects. So in the past, a lot of years ago, we didn't have one single language, you know. So we start using. I mean, we are one country, so we use our hands a lot to make each other understand. Because if from Milan I use my dialect with somebody from Naples, we don't talk.
So what is
I prefer speaking with Chinese.
What is like a Milano? What is the person from Milan's dialect compared to someone from Rome or Sicily? Like, is it so different that you can't communicate? Really?
Yeah.
So it's just a language.
But everything ends in a vowel still.
We speak Italian everywhere, so our language is Italian. Everyone speaks Italian. But if we use our dialect, but also not Milan and Rome so far. Milan and Bergamo, 50 kilometers, we wouldn't understand each other.
Really?
Milan now is too big and there's too many people from other cities, so it's not easy to find someone who speaks the proper dialect. But other cities like Bergamo, that is smaller, or southern Italy, that still use it in daily life, we wouldn't understand each other.
So you don't use your own dialects that much when you're home?
I don't, because my father is from Bergamo, my mother is from Genova, so their dialects are different. So in my home, I don't speak any dialect.
Your parents are like Romeo and Juliet.
I love how there's so many parts of Italy that in my mind are just associated with a type of meat.
Now, yes. The first, to me,
Oh, you're the salami nation.
it is true. Every city has its own food. So Bologna, the Bolognese, Rome has matriciana or the carbonara is from Rome. Milan has risotto. Napoli has pizza, and so on.
And all of these things that we've been talking about, like dialects and food being from a place, is a product of such a long history. It's just you're in a small country and you're speaking a different language from your fellow countrymen, but it's just from being there on the same part of the map for so long.
Yeah.
Does that you never really think about that though, do you? Or do you? I don't know.
No, I don't.
It's just
It is the way it is. Yes,
it is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did Italy form? When was it not just the Roman Empire and just became Italy?
Don't ask me any question
it-
about Italian history. I don't want to
Quickly,
say. I don't want to say.
It's like, I've heard that there's like a creation myth, like Romulus and Remus, or there's like it's not true, but it's kind of myth based. But I would say ancient Rome started 750 years before Christ.
Yes, something like that.
So it's at least.
So that was the first Italian union. So the first time we really been it's a single country. But after the Roman Empire, Italy, was divided in different countries.
There were different empires still at that point as well. So
Yes.
Just like with a ton of other countries, up until now, 100 years ago or more, every country was 5 different countries.
Yeah.
So.
Not China, maybe. I don't know.
Well, China's been fighting until 50 years ago.
Yeah, China has never been as big as it is now. Like it's the biggest it's ever been right now.
Maybe, parts of it maybe when Genghis Khan was fucking around.
Was that China?
That
not
wasn't
Mongolia?
China, right? That
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
China. But technically part of China.
Well, maybe China was a part of Mongolia.
I don't know. Was in from Inner Mongolia or from the country, the state of Mongolia? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe.
So wait, Italy is this like dreamscape of beauty and natural splendor. Why are you in China? Why'd you come here?
It happened. My job.
That's an
Next
Italian
question.
answer. Yeah.
It kind of
It really happened because
because your job.
because of my job. I changed. Actually, I was working in a company I didn't like. I met these people I work for now, and they told me we are opening a company in China, so we need somebody who go to China. But they didn't tell me that I was supposed to live here. They just. My first working day there was a business trip in China. Then I coming here, and my boss was, after a couple of months, asked me, "Do you want to stay in China?" Man, why not?
Marco Polo came here.
Yeah, Marco Polo came here. If I don't know,
You're just carrying on the
rumors are
legend.
true.
and
He
he was in Enjoy.
Yeah.
It was
Are you Marco Polo?
maybe that Croatian say
little
that
more.
Marco Polo is Croatian and not Italian.
People say that?
And Croatian
say
people, yes.
Oh, well,
How
who
does that make
cares?
you feel as an Italian?
Bullshit. They wish.
Croatians say a lot of stuff.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Chinese says that they invented spaghetti, so
Right. Yeah.
it's actually true. Actually.
China's been a country or not a country like we just said,
but
but
of
for
course.
5,000 years. But you guys got them beat on the amount of noodles.
For sure, and also on the quality.
5,000 years, they got like the la mian, they got the spaghetti-ish type noodles.
fancy
glass
that I love.
noodles.
Yes.
Anywho, one of my favorite Italians, of course, being the American, is Amerigo Vespucci.
Okay.
He's another explorer, Marco Polo.
Yes,
Columbus,
yes.
Vespucci. That's where America got its name. So yeah, pretty
Yes,
cool.
you were discovered by Colombo, and he's from Genova, my mother town, and named after Amerigo Vespucci. Yes.
Right, it's pretty cool. And Christopher Columbus does not sound Italian at all. But you
Because
said Columbo.
because you call him Christopher.
Columbus.
Columbus.
But it's Colombo.
His name is Cristoforo Colombo.
Okay.
Cristoforo.
Yes.
So that was
That
just,
is
that's
Italian.
just some whitewashed history that we
Yes,
got.
yes.
What do you think about Columbus as a person or history?
I guess he had guts. I mean, because trying to do what he did, he was.
He doesn't have a recent times. He's not getting such a good rep with Americans, especially Native Americans going to America, having lots of them killed and things like that. What do you think about that?
I think it was better if he didn't discover America, but if he didn't, I mean, somebody else would have done after for sure.
I mean, it's true.
But unfortunately, we white people, everywhere white people been, they killed.
That's true.
Others
I would say
in America, in South America, in
Africa,
Australia, in
yeah.
Africa.
Yeah. I mean, some of the deaths probably weren't intentional. It would have been diseases that they brought over and things like that.
Probably in Australia, the main reason was that one,
That's a part of it.
the cold.
But I believe that
no, in America with the red skin we use guns, not viruses.
well, that's true.
It
that's
wasn't
true.
a disease.
There was a good 50% of the population that was killed, I think.
Yes.
Which is a lot of people. And the term "discovered" is kind of bad when people already live there.
Yeah.
You got
Yes.
millions of people. Oh, don't
I
worry,
discovered a
we
new country.
discovered
No,
you.
No, wait.
We've been here many years. It's okay. We don't need you.
Okay, you discover it now. Go home.
So this takes me to a segment that I want to say, who said that? Okay? I'm going to read some quotes to you. One of them...
Can you switch the camera off and the microphone off also?
One of them is going to be an Italian person, and one of them is Kanye West. You need to tell me, was it the Italian person that said it or Kanye West?
Okay.
So the first one is, being willing is not enough, we must do. Was this Da Vinci or Kanye West?
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
So you know this quote. This is a famous quote.
Probably the only one I know.
Okay, it's nice and easy for a start. Then.
Yes.
Okay. So the next one is, again, Kanye West, or is this also Da Vinci? Nothing in life is promised except death.
I'd say Da Vinci as well.
That's actually Kanye West. Kanye West.
I think Da Vinci said
He would agree with it. Maybe.
yes. Yeah.
That was our gotcha moment.
He knew that because I knew the sentence, but
Okay, so was this Mussolini or Gandhi?
I can't be wrong now.
Let us have a dagger between our teeth, a bomb in our hands, and an infinite scorn in our hearts.
I don't understand the meaning. Can you read it again?
Mussolini
Yeah,
or Gandhi?
I understood the question.
Let us have a dagger between our teeth, a bomb in our hands, and an infinite scorn in our hearts.
Like hatred.
Bomb and dagger, those should give it away.
I mean, dagger in between our teeth.
Between
is
your
like,
teeth,
is like I would say Gandhi.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, famous for bombs.
Yes, Gandhi was very into daggers.
Yes, no.
Pretty sure that's Mussolini, right?
Yeah.
No, of course.
Okay, so this next one, Kanye West or Galileo?
Who's Kanye West at the end?
Kanye West. Kanye West, the famous Italian Kanye West. Keep your nose out of the sky, keep your heart to God, your face raising to the sun.
This is Galileo Galilei, of course.
No, this is Kanye West.
Really?
Yeah, Kanye West said that. I'm so sorry.
I wanna check it. Give me a phone. Give me Google.
Okay, last one. You cannot teach a man anything. You can only help him to discover it in himself. Is this Kanye West or Galileo?
Galileo.
Yeah, you got it.
He invented the scientific method. He was
One for 5.
Yeah, but the Mussolini one, the Gandhi one was a joke.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah. All right.
Two. I got the first one.
You got the first one.
the
The
Da
first one
Vinci.
was very easy though.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next segment here. This is gonna be just kind of like a mixed bag or a odds and ends, just random questions. Some Italian based, some ridiculous,
Speed round. We're gonna ask
Speed
you
round.
speed
It's
questions.
gonna be fast. You just answer what you feel. Yeah?
Okay, don't
First
don't,
answer in your head.
Don't
right?
say speed or fast. I'm Italian, you know. I can't be too fast.
You can have a nap before each answer.
All right, you ready?
Can I have a coffee?
And a listener.
A question, a coffee. Question, a coffee.
Well, there's a lot of questions.
Will it be super fast at the end?
So for all the listeners, just imagine a cool like jingle in your head. Speed round. All right, ready?
Dun dun.
Penne or rigatoni?
Penne.
Best decade for music.
Sorry, repeat.
The best decade for music.
70s,
70s. Okay.
of course.
Marco Polo or Columbus?
Columbus.
Okay. Would you rather have an argument with your girlfriend at a fancy restaurant or have an argument with your girlfriend at Disneyland?
Disneyland restaurant, of course.
Oh, in a restaurant.
To have argue. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't go to Disneyland, so.
Okay.
Okay. Caravaggio or Botticelli?
Caravaggio.
All right, that was a quick one. Big fan.
I know him better than Botticelli, so I say Caravaggio.
Favorite athlete growing up?
Athlete. The sportman. It must be Italian.
Whatever. Favorite athlete.
So I don't know.
Just like Michael Jordan or I mean, not basketball, but you're a football guy.
Paolo Maldini, okay.
Paolo Maldini.
Just to be a
footballer.
soccer, but yes.
Footballer. Okay. Castrato or soprano?
Quickly.
Soprano. I don't like castrato.
All right. The worst demise, like the worst way to die, a giraffe attack or falling down a well.
Falling down a well, definitely.
Worse than being killed by a fully grown.
I
male
think
giraffe.
being killed by a giraffe can be a little bit humiliating. It's not a lion or a rhino, you know. It's a fucking giraffe and kills you. But falling down a well and maybe choke or maybe there is water.
Sit there
Or
for
sit
days.
there for days.
You
no,
could go
no.
out fighting with a giraffe as well. If you fall in a well, that's it.
Yeah, you
No,
have
it's
to
like, what happened to
wait.
Dario? Oh, he's in a well. That's it.
All right, Moretti or Peroni, the beer.
Moretti, birra col baffo, Moretti.
Okay.
Because of the face, the man on the label, you know. It's the man with mustache.
Okay.
And we call the beer with
It's
the
more
mustache.
iconic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe lower quality, but I prefer it.
Okay, more disgusting, gross pet. A snake or a ferret? What's grosser?
A ferret is basically a mammal snake.
A ferret.
Both
ferret.
gross.
Ferret. I would say ferret.
Ferret, pretty gross.
Yeah.
You don't have any ferrets, right?
But I think we have in Italy.
You just
Me personally at home. Actually, when I moved in my new house, there was one living there, but.
Just in the walls, or?
But I guess in my house has been empty for a couple of years at least. He found a house in a water pipe and a sink of a kitchen.
That's pretty gross.
And then when I put the hot water inside, you know, like cooking pasta, he ran away.
All right, Lamborghini or Ferrari?
Ferrari.
That's a quick one too.
Ferrari is Ferrari.
Ferrari's older, right? It's more iconic.
Yes, and yeah.
Red.
And I think it's also because of the Formula One, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Zoos. A zoo.
Yeah.
Interesting experience or sad animal jail?
It's sad animal jail. I guess it should be forbidden.
Okay.
I hate zoo. When I see bears, white bears in a cage in Milan, I've seen it when I was a kid. Wow, so sad.
I got the next one. Opera or ballet?
Ballet.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think the ballet dancers do unbelievable things. I mean, their body, their strength, they fly.
Whereas an opera singer is just all.
I mean, they are very good, of course.
Very
but,
good.
I think ballet.
Okay.
The English alphabet, does it have enough letters?
More than Italian one, so yes.
Really?
Yeah, we have 3 letters less. We have 21.
21.
That's 5 less.
5 less.
We have 26.
Yeah.
The K, J, X, Y.
I mean, the Y is not that necessary. I'll agree with that. It's basically an I, but
Okay.
some like a K is pretty important. A J.
We don't have J, K.
and Y. And
X and Y. Four.
Nobody needs.
We have 21.
Oh, maybe there's another one you don't have.
Maybe you are wrong. And
Why is
It's definitely 26.
W.
You don't have a W.
No.
Okay.
Even my mother's name starts with a W, but we don't have it.
What?
Her name is Vilma. In English, she's supposed to be Wilma.
Oh, so you
And
spell it with a
it's
V.
written with a double. I don't know. My grandparents wrote it down with a W.
Wrote it down. Okay.
Wrote it down.
Point taken.
Wrote it down.
Roberto Benini, or a nice panini.
Hey, I thought you were gonna go there. Panini though, right?
Yes, Panini for sure.
Panini's pretty good, but
like
he is a very well-renowned
I love Benini. He's very funny.
Right.
Yes,
The-
he's very
the-
funny.
He's in a lot of the. I can't remember the name right now, but the one where he escapes from the World War II. He escapes
La vita è bella. La vita è bella.
Life
yes.
is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. Yes.
Very good film.
But it's not a panini.
That was said. Benigni, I prefer Benigni in funny movies. He act. He
He's
wrote.
kind of slapstick.
Yes, you've seen it in some show in America.
He's
It's
the
very
Italian.
funny.
He's the Italian Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Very
is.
Emotive.
Yeah, I think Jim Carrey is deeper than Benigni. Talking about as a person, you know.
Okay.
But also Benigni is not stupid at all. I like Jim Carrey anyway.
Are dogs man's best friend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, sure. Good.
But men are not dogs.
No.
That's a
Well,
good point.
especially in
It's
China.
very one-sided, right?
Yes.
They were like, "Hey, you can find a duck for me, okay?" But Chinese people were like, "Oh, you're good to eat, okay." Salami or pepperoni?
Pepperoni doesn't exist, so salami.
Yeah, it's mythical. I've never seen it.
Pepperoni is the pepper, the vegetable. We call it pepperone. Not the chili pepper, the big one, the green, yellow.
The bell pepper.
We
Yeah,
were
the
just
bell
testing
pepper.
to see if you're really Italian.
No, but pepperoni doesn't exist. I don't know what you are talking about. So not even salami, but salame. There's only one.
Favorite cat species?
Favorite cat? What?
Favorite species of cat, like the cat
Are you
family.
talking big cats or?
Big cat, house cat. I, don't
I only
care.
know one cat.
I don't
Jaguar,
Siamese is
leopard,
the only one I know.
Not house cat. All
Okay.
cats.
know. The black and white. I don't know how to call
I mean,
it.
tiger, lion, leopard, jaguar,
Panther, cougar.
panther, cougar, mountain lion, Italian
Cheetah.
mountain lion.
If you're talking about the
House
cat,
cat.
the cat, house cat, so lion is not an house cat.
Any cat.
It depends how big your house is.
Yes. I don't know. The black and white, how to call it?
Black and white cat.
Yes,
Like a house cat.
the cow cat. Yes, the color is like a
Like,
cow.
like a cow.
Yes.
Cow cat.
Yeah, I like the cow cat too. That's my favorite.
Especially if you eat cats, you know. The cow cat, the
Maybe
beef cat is the best.
calico? A calico maybe is the cat you're talking about.
I don't know. Later I'll Google it.
Multicolored. I thought calico would be an Italian word that you do, but
Calico.
my
Because
bad.
it ends in a vowel. That's
Right,
why.
my bad.
No.
All right,
Next one.
Lasagna or manicotti?
Manacardi.
Manicotti?
What is that?
Oh, you don't. It's another thing.
I don't know what that is either.
I guess it's an American thing. It's a big, like, penne pasta noodle with cheese inside.
That sounds horrible.
And meat! And meat! And sauce!
That sounds awful. What is
Not just cheese. It's like lasagna. It's
So
the same-
why do you do? If it's like lasagna, why do you cook it? I mean.
It's a circle lasagna. It's like a big piece of penne pasta. Lasagna is just like a meat cake.
Okay.
Surely in Italy you have a big
yes.
pasta noodle with
Stop!
stuff inside.
Don't do this.
It's like a lasagna pasta and it's rolled with something inside lasagna.
All right.
Yeah, that's the same option.
Definitely. I mean.
Whatever. All right, I quit the podcast.
How did you call
Okay.
it? Manacardi.
Manicotti.
Manacardi.
Does that mean anything in Italian?
M-A-N-I, like manicure. Manicotti.
It
C-O-T-T-I.
reminds me anacardo. Anacardo is a nut. I don't even know how to translate
Next.
it. But why an American ask me question about food? I mean,
That's the show.
don't ask me if it's better Italian pizzeria or Pizza Hut, because I will go home. You know.
Well, I'll scratch that one. That was next. Life's not a bitch. Life is
A beach.
All right.
It's not a bitch, it's the bitch.
Red or
It's the beach.
All right, this I think this is an easy one. Red or white wine?
Red.
All right, that was easy. Why?
Yeah, actually, because I have to choose, because I would say it depends. It depends on the situation. If before dinner, good prosecco, white sparkling wine, dry is like the Italian champagne.
Prosecco is like the palate cleanser, or no?
Get the French champagne, give him an Italian name, give it an Italian name, so prosecco, and make it better, because prosecco is much better than champagne.
Prosecco is so popular in the UK right now.
Really?
It's super. Like any woman under the age of 35 is drinking Prosecco.
That's why I drink prosecco, because also in Italy, you know, if you invite a woman for a glass of wine, she'd rather choose a prosecco than a red wine.
Nobody buys champagne.
Too
but
expensive.
It's like a celebration thing, right? But people will buy Prosecco.
Yeah.
Just to
Because it's a very good
novelty.
Now I don't
Maybe.
Seriously, I don't know if it's better than champagne, but it's a very good wine. Sparkling wine is much cheaper than champagne.
Yeah.
All right, next, are magicians worthy of respect?
Yes, they are.
All right.
It's not an easy job,
Dad a
actually.
magician, or? Well, he had to be to make you.
Hey.
Sicily
or Sardinia?
Sardinia.
Why, it's bigger? Or?
It's the fish, right? You like sardines?
No, because I sailed a lot in Sardinia, sailing boat. You know, I love sailing boat, and I used to go there every summertime. So I really love Sardinia. In Sicily, I've been a couple of times, but much less than Sardinia. So no Sardinia, much more than Sicily.
Okay.
And I really love it.
Would you rather watch the movie Boyhood in its entirety, or get hit in the head with a ball-peen hammer?
Boyhood. I don't know that movie, but the second choice.
Okay, good choice. You passed. You can leave my house today.
Okay.
We were gonna keep you if you chose the wrong.
And watch the movie.
That was a big one. That was a big one. All right. Let's wrap this up. Galileo or Mussolini?
What kind of question?
Sorry.
Let me think.
Obviously,
think.
Mussolini.
Of course, Mussolini.
All right, one more Italian. Armani or Versace? Is there like a in Italy? Is there like a? I'm looking at you. I know it's close.
I think I'm a wrong person.
You're gonna say Kmart. Okay.
For sure, not Dolce Gabbana, especially because we are in China, and you know.
They had that big thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But actually, I really don't like them. So.
You're not huge into fashion.
No.
Italians are very fashionable. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people.
When I went out in Italy, I would have like a tie-dye shirt on and some cut-off shorts, you know, and I got looked at like I was an alien, and I kind of was. Yeah, I was in a small town, a small city, and everybody's going to the local market, you know, wearing like heels, and the men will wear like a tie. Not
Yes.
a tie, maybe, but
No, but the suit.
up, formal.
Yes.
for any.
In my opinion, often even too much. I mean, sometimes it doesn't make sense to me seeing people well suited for what for. Are you going to the supermarket or to the church?
And
use your jumper, your sports suit, much more comfortable. Even if you get dirty, who cares?
Right,
It's
is
not
that-
an Armani suit that you pay 1,000 euro. You know.
Is there? We're in China, and face is a very big thing here. Is there face in Italy? Do you get face in
Is
that
it
traditional sense?
You want people to see your like clothes.
They want to watch you flex.
Yeah, I'm the wrong person for this question because I really don't care. But yes,
But you are an Italian, so
Yes, not as much as China, in my opinion, but yes, especially.
there's a little face.
Yeah.
Even in America, nobody gives a fuck, but there is face.
Yeah, you don't want the neighbors thinking something. You don't want someone to.
There's always something that you don't want to be looked down upon for.
Yeah.
And in Italy, like other European countries, I'm talking out of my ass here, but do people talk to strangers? Do people care about strangers interactions, or do you just keep to yourself? Don't say anything.
If a stranger are white skins, maybe.
Wow.
Wow. No, I'm joking because now there is
Hilarious.
this problem of immigration and we have this new enemy. But seriously, yes, maybe in big cities like Milan, much less. We are more.
I think that's fair. I think that's global. That's normal.
Yes, but if you go to southern Italy, where have you been, or middle of Italy, Tuscany, a lot of friendly people. Actually, Italian average are very friendly.
So people will conversate with a stranger for some random thing, like,
Yes.
oh, these tomatoes are looking good today. Easy thing.
Yes.
I found when I was in Italy, the Italians were a lot more welcoming to us than when we were in France. Like, certainly, we were in Paris, so like, I mean, it's not a good example. But
Yes.
Comparatively, when I was in Paris and I was in Rome, you would expect similar reactions. But the Romans were.
I think you should compare Paris with Milan, but I think Italians are more friendly than French people. I think, but not that much. I mean, French are not.
I would say so. I've heard horror stories of people going to a French restaurant and being like scolded by the waiter, scolded by the server.
That literally happened to me.
Really?
In France.
Yeah, in Paris. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the Paris.
I tried to
syndrome.
speak. I tried to speak French, and he's. That is not how you say it, you stupid foreigner.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Ear snails.
Italians are like Chinese. You say ciao, like ni hao. Oh, your Italian is so good, Especially if you are a young, pretty French woman, you're a girl.
Which I am.
You're not that young.
All right, I made a list of words that I think are Italian. If they're not Italian, you just say no or that's wrong.
Then I use also bad words. I mean, like
whatever.
You use a French word and you say Italian, and I say
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
Don't hold back. Confetti.
Confetti. Okay, Italian.
Good one.
Sorry, I translated into Italian.
Exactly the same. You can't translate this.
No, you say confetti, it's confetti.
Oh. That in
Huge
your mind, that's
difference.
translating.
My mind, I didn't understand. Confetti.
Little pieces of
Confetti.
You might look for, like you might search for like Google.
Yeah.
All right, easy one. Mafia.
No.
Not Italian.
What
Mafioso.
What mafia means?
Organized crime.
We don't have it in Italy.
Okay, so we're speaking with the crime boss of the Gambino family today.
Of course, Italian is from Sicily.
Scenario.
Scenario, okay, Italian.
Right? Motto. Someone's motto.
Maybe you know it as matto.
Motto.
Motto.
M-O-T-O.
Motto.
M-O-T-T-O.
Motto.
Something people say a lot. Or
Yes. Tira di più un pelo di
Yeah.
Exactly.
tira di più un pelo di figa, tira di più un pel che no,
What's that mean?
Tira più se un pel de pota che 100 gai che trota. The pussy air, single pussy air has more power in pulling things than 100 running horses.
A vagina.
Yes.
Yes.
Not a cat. I didn't mean the cat was strong.
Vagina hair, yes, is stronger than anything else,
That's amazing.
And that's a motto of whose motto is that?
I mean, it's quite popular in Italy because it means
in your province.
no, everywhere
Like
because
his
it means for sex. So you would do anything,
Oh,
So
I see. So like sex
Very
cells.
good, that's
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
So I kind of wanted to ask a question similar to that. In China, their motto is like 5,000 years. In America, it's like, oh, we're free, freedom. What's the Italian like thing that people believe in and say a lot? Is there one? And what's the British one? Is there a British one like?
Keep calm, carry on.
Keep calm, carry on. Perfect.
butta la pasta. I don't know.
I ate too much pasta.
Shut up and eat
Butta
pasta.
la pasta, no, it's make boil the pasta,
Oh, really?
The water is boiling, so throw the pasta into the
And
water.
it's the real meaning and the deeper meaning.
No,
Like,
I'm just joking. No, honestly,
this is just a joke to you. Okay.
Should I keep it seriously? Okay,
No.
cancel. We start from the beginning.
All right, next word, bimbo.
Bimbo is
A
it?
bimbo, a young
Yes,
girl.
a bimbo, a bambino, a young man. Yes.
But you say
Oh wait,
that.
bambino
Italian.
for you means young man.
Yeah.
Bimbo.
Bimbo and bambino are not the same.
That's very different.
But actually, bimbo is the real meaning is the newborn baby, like
Okay.
baby bimbo. But you can say as in English, baby to a girl.
Do you know
can
the
call her
English
bimbo.
meaning of bimbo?
No.
It's like a stupid girl.
Yeah, a stupid female. Or usually blonde. We would use it for blonde. bimbo.
Okay. No. In Italian.
Like a girl that's like, I don't know how to use the
Oh
camera.
my God, you're so strong. Can you do this?
Okay, we just say we say a vamp or a blondie. Just
blondie.
She's a blondie. She doesn't understand.
Archipelago.
Archipelago, of course, is an archipelago. Is Italian island, but it doesn't have
Italy
a.
is an archipelago, yeah?
No, Italy is a
Three
peninsula.
sides?
It's a
3 sides surrounded by water. That's an archipelago.
No, but it's a peninsula.
peninsula.
Oh.
Archipelago
is many islands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Islands.
But there's a couple islands, no?
Yes, but a couple of. I mean, we have some small
Is
archipelago in Italy.
peninsula? Is that a Italian word?
We call it peninsula. Might be because isola is island. Pen, I don't know. Is Alpha. I don't know exactly. I think it's Italian.
Lava.
Lava.
And off the back of that, volcano.
Yes, it's Italian.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a double meaning. Just lava.
Just the regular old volcano.
Yeah. The magma, the fire coming out from the volcano.
The first volcano would have been in Italy, so Pompeii, right?
Maybe the first European volcano, but
There would obviously there were
one of the
ones
most
before.
famous.
one ever.
But I mean, like the most.
I mean, I don't know what the
history.
volcano that killed dinosaurs. Maybe it wasn't in Italy, but
I mean, the one that's written about in history.
yes, okay. Pompeii,
Big one.
Pompeii, yes.
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi, the fucking photographer. Yes.
Good one.
Does it just mean photographer or what?
The paparazzo is the photographer who follow the VIP and steal pictures and so on. It's not the normal photographer.
Was paparazzi
Was
a
for
term?
gossip.
It was what? For gossip.
Gossip.
Yeah.
So it was a term before cameras or after cameras?
I have no
Is it
idea.
okay.
I'm not that old actually. When I was born, cameras were already popular.
Really?
I have picture of
There were
myself
already
when I was a
cameras when
kid.
you were born. Wow.
And with color, not even black and
Color?
white. Yes, yes.
Damn.
Virtuoso.
We've already said that.
I am virtuoso, so he's
It's
Italian.
a good one. That's my favorite one, I think.
You drop that in every conversation.
It's a good one. Who doesn't love a good virtuoso? No? Well, you don't like virtuoso?
No, I do. It's not what I mean.
He doesn't like
Yeah,
virtuoso.
because he's not, so he envy.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
envy
it's the jealousy
virtuoso
thing,
people,
yeah, right.
yes.
Prima donna
Prima donna, okay, he's Italian.
and Madonna.
Madonna is Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ.
Okay, that's where it comes from.
From.
So you-
But there's no other deep meaning.
But
for
why
Madonna.
Madonna? Where does that name?
we can say she's a Madonna, like she's so beautiful, But,
Okay. Yeah.
So that's where I'm guessing the pop star Madonna
Probably,
took
yes.
her name.
She's half Italian. She has.
Really?
Her name is
her real
Ciccone, Maria Luisa Veronica Ciccone, something like that. She has an Italian name.
So Italians have the 5 names thing? going
No,
on?
no, usually not.
What's your full name? Dario?
Dario l'ho detti.
Just
Just
two
Quite
two
easy.
names. No
Just
middle name.
No.
Ah, your parents didn't.
In
love you that
Italy,
much.
I'm the third.
So that's why you don't dress
my bigger
formally.
brother has 5 names. My sister 4.
They
One.
got tired.
One because
Just calling those two. That's
because
8 names.
the nurse, oh, so this kid, what's his name? No name.
Dario.
Ah, call it Dario at least.
Dario's a good name. Italian names are always cool. Is there an uncool Italian name like Todd or
Luigi.
something?
I don't like Luigi.
No,
Luigi's
Luigi.
still cool.
Luigi is not that good. Actually.
It's fine. You guys are. Yeah.
You know that
What's the worst Italian name?
Luigi. Benito wasn't that good. Also.
That's a pretty bad one. That's like he ruined Benito for all the
Yes.
future Benitos.
Yes. No, I think somebody will call their kid Benito.
Nobody's naming their kid Il Duce.
No, you can't. Actually, in Italy, you should use a real name. I mean, approved name.
So there's like a law. You can't use this name, this name, this name.
I can call my son Dickhead, even if he is.
I bet you could. I bet you would.
As a nickname, but I can't
Not
write
on
it
the
on
phone,
his
yeah.
passport. You know.
I mean, like Germany has the same with Adolf, obviously.
Yeah.
No Adolf Hitlers.
He ruined a name and a mustache.
But actually, I think there are Benitos in Italy. It's not forbidden, of course. But I don't know. I think I never met any Benito in my life. One of his family members is still alive because I saw on Twitter the other day Jim Carrey
Jim
against
Carrey
his
said something about Mussolini or fascism, and then Mussolini's like granddaughter said like,
yeah,
fuck
she's
you.
a granddaughter, yes, and she wrote bastard, and Jim Carrey say, I didn't know that she.
That's so weird.
She had a granddaughter.
She's defending Mussolini.
Yes, and she's in
Right.
she's in politics. She has a right hand
She had a
party.
check mark, too.
Oh, so she's verified. Well, she would be if she's a politician.
Yeah.
But she's stupid. I mean, Mussolini wasn't stupid for sure. She's stupid, and
She's riding on his coattails. What a coattail to ride.
I mean, if her name wasn't Mussolini, nobody would know her. You know.
Speaking of Twitter, though, if Twitter was around for all of history, what Italian figure would have the best Twitter content? Who'd be saying the funniest or most interesting stuff from history?
I think Da Vinci.
All of history.
Da Vinci was into so many different things.
I say Machiavelli. Sorry to go back to that.
Yeah, it might be Machiavelli.
But he would own people. He'd be like the Ben Shapiro. He'd be like.
I'd say Benini.
I don't like Ben Shapiro.
I'd say Benini. But
Say who? Benini?
Benini is the funniest one for sure.
He would be funny for sure.
Deep, I don't know, because Da Vinci, I can't imagine him tweeting, or Da Vinci was.
It's hard to imagine.
No, of course.
You're right.
No.
I also can't really picture.
I
it.
mean, he was a lonely man. He wasn't someone who wanted to share his knowledge, or.
He was probably.
But he was an artist as well. Like
Yes.
you don't become an artist if you don't want people to see your work.
Who did the
Yep.
Sistine Chapel? Is that him? No. Is that
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
The other turtle.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that disrespectful? The Ninja
No,
Turtles?
not at all.
Is that a sore subject in Italy?
Respect of the highest regard.
Actually. I think
I don't think he would have had those daggers though. I think he'd be the guy with the stick.
we probably have a porno actor named after a famous
Definitely.
painter and artist and so on.
Who are the other turtles?
Michelangelo, Raphael,
Leonardo.
Donatello.
Oh, Raphael.
Donatello also. Okay.
All Italian greats.
Yes, but talking about.
There's no Machiavelli.
He's the rat.
There is a very nice card game in Italy called Machiavelli.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it about fucking people?
No, it's about thinking a lot.
Okay.
It's
So yeah, you said like before, you use that term to mean a deep thinker. He's got lots of plans or something like that.
yes, it's like I think in a contortus way, guy going.
Got a plan for
it's not a
everything.
linear thinking.
Okay, that kind of does fit. That does fit with
Yeah,
what
yes.
we think, but we use it more in an evil way, like a sinister, making plans for a bad reason.
Okay. No, it's not necessary.
Okay.
The best Twitter, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe Mussolini would be interesting on Twitter.
Mussolini would be very similar to Trump in a way, or like Putin on like online
Yes,
as well. Like
yes.
He'd be watching Fox News at 3 a.m. tweeting.
the fake Italian news.
Corporatism and fascism are a family. I don't know what he said, but yeah, that was Mussolini doesn't. He doesn't get as much clout in historical stuff because Hitler kind of stole all the fame, which is good for Italians, right? You don't want to be associated with that.
No, absolutely.
He kind of fell under the. Hitler was so big.
Yeah, because at the end Mussolini just followed Hitler. He just did what Hitler wanted, and he gave Italy to Hitler.
And Europe.
Fortunately, we have a
Europe at that time
resistance.
was insane. If Twitter was around then, I don't think Hitler would have gotten that big.
No, actually, if Twitter,
Or maybe bigger.
Bigger, probably.
if Twitter was around there, I think Mussolini just repost Hitler stuff.
Retweeting all day.
Retweet, okay. like, retweet. That's it.
Oh shit. Mussolini liked invasion of Poland. Anyhow. Well, Dario, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for.
We covered a lot of bases, I think. We covered history, politics.
Yeah, now people know the real Italian history.
Yeah.
And
And
there's
educational.
And
so everyone knows
education,
now.
yes.
and we'll have you back with Tino
To argue
We'll have a
about
battle
Marco
cast.
Polo.
Yeah.
Marco Polo was Italian, don't worry. Check on Wikipedia.
we'll get Tony and Tino in here. We'll just
Yes,
do
with Tony, because we cannot check on Wiki about the best wine in the world, but I can say that is our wine, of course.
Awesome.
So, Tony, fuck off. I don't even know him. Actually.
Thank you, Dario, for coming to us.